Hey everybody, this is Grace and I am outside again, my home. It's 5:23 p.m. on June 18th, 2025. My SUV says it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit, which my phone would tell me if I weren't using it right now. It's probably like 100 and something, feels like. So it doesn't feel as bad today. But we're finally getting to our usual summer. Yeah, finally. It's been actually rather chilly for summer here in Texas, north of Dallas. Northeast of Dallas. A bit. Anyway, today, I finally let Adam drive me somewhere. Some people would say that sounds just so weird. But, he's older than I. And I'm telling you, I've known the man for going on 45 years. And we got met and married when I was 18. And he's older. I never say his age, but he's older. And, that's his business, that kind of stuff. But, and I have never, ever, ever trusted his driving. And rightfully so. I think I would say most people, even if you're the craziest driver on the planet, you would still say, I'm not riding with that man. I'm serious. He's bad. He's never been in a bad accident. So, but he gets close, and I've mentioned that I have, I was ill with a heart failure and lost one of my dogs during all that time, and it was a bad whole situation with the dog. It was bad. And the thing that I think they put that killed him was kennel cough, but it was bad. And let's see, I had all those things going on, and one of the medications they put me on, the doctors, was a PA, I believe. I don't remember who actually put me on it, but they had me on twice of it, and man, it just made me so sleepy. And it causes what they call tiredness. And so I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I didn't renew my, I didn't make the appointment to renew my driver's license. My driver's license is still, I don't have to take the test and all that. Here in Texas, it's different. It's different than, I've been driving 47 years, and I had never heard of this until this year, that they're doing it this way. You have to schedule an appointment to go in to just renew it. You have up to 2 years. But then I read the other day there was something about less than that. I don't know. So don't listen to me. But my appointment was for a month later. So during the while, I'm not driving because I have no want or desire at all to pay $200, which that's nothing. It's the jail sentence, possible jail sentence if you're caught driving when your license is expired. Possible, okay, but I am not chancing it. so anyway, so it's up to Adam. I could take an Uber. I've never taken anything like Uber or Lyft. I took one taxi one time. And the thing of once burned, twice shy? Well, I never got past the one burn. So, once burned, no. It was so bad, it was that bad. I've never taken a taxi since, ever. So, well, I would say he and Adam probably were close. No, actually, Adam might not be as bad, but when I first, I was joking with him when we first, I first started. He took me the first place this time around, because I'm always the one that's driving. We joked that I'm driving Mr. Daisy and all this kind of stuff. We joke around for years, and I'm always the one driving. And this time the first time he drove me, after I don't know how long, I said, now I'm testing you, and we're going to see. And he ran a green light in a left turn. He ran a red light in a left turn. You say, well, of course you go on a green light. There's a red light, a green turn. It had been green, of course, yellow, then he ran it. Anyway, and then he just kept, and the last time I said, never again. I even told him, I said, that was so bad, I don't ever even talk about it ever again. It was bad. Trust me, you would say that was bad. And, but yeah, my health, I could feel that it wasn't doing my health any good. Being at home, I can feel it. And it's kind of, I guess it's good that I see that, what the difference is. And I've always said this, that anytime I go walking anywhere, not too long, not for too long, seriously, but walk around like in stores. I have gone to stores for I don't know how many years of my life now. Well, it could be, say, 11 straight years for the most part, except during 2020 because, I have a rare health condition. In 2020 and part of 2021, I wasn't able to. I was one of those more vulnerable that had to stay at home. I'm leaving out the reason on purpose, but 2020, yeah. Anyway, but I go somewhere every day and walk around, in stores and stuff. 2017, I fell and busted both of my knees on the sidewalk. So I don't do it on the sidewalk. I do it as, walk around the store. Because nobody was there to help me get up and everything, and my knees were bad. And so I said, from now on, it's going to be in stores. I'm going to bust it, it's going to be in stores. But anyway, we're at home, which happened in 2020. But anyway, I could just keep going down this road. This wasn't what I was going to talk about at all. But we went to, today, I finally said, yeah. I was asleep, and during the day, I don't sleep that well at night, and I was asleep during the day, and I told him that in my dream, in my sleep, I don't even know if I would call it a dream, my mind was saying, this is not healthy, you cannot do this, it's not healthy, you can't do this, you better get up, and you better go somewhere, it's like, I don't even know how many days, maybe a week or so now, that I haven't gone, on a daily thing. I haven't gone anywhere like that. And it's not like I'm sitting down all day. I walk around, I have a big house, walk around a lot, but that's just not the same. I'm not a healthcare provider. I'm not a healthcare voice of authority. This is just what I'm saying for me. I have a rare health condition. What could be for me might not be for you, and I don't even know if I'm right for me. So anyway, but today, I told Adam when I got up, he said, okay, well, let's go. Yeah, he would. But I think he got tired of going by himself every place. So we went, and I told him, even though, like I walk into the store, like, it's today we went to a Walmart superstore, super center, whatever they call them. And we went to that one, and I said, even if it's just me walking from the parking lot, and we don't park way far back. We usually park by the first shopping cart return. We usually park close to that, on one side or the other, and those aren't right up front. So from there, we walk into the shopping, into the store, and then I get me one of those carts, electronic carts, until I can build up more stamina, because I actually did one time go in there with just the shopping cart, the regular shopping cart with Adam, and I had walked around for a while, like we were gone today 2.5 hours, 3 hours altogether probably, but with the driving. But we were walking around, that time I'm talking about. We were walking around buying the groceries, and all of a sudden I just had to stop. I mean, it was like, stop, don't move, you're exhausted. I think I really need one of those animals. Those, what do they call them? I forgot. The one that warn you, service dogs. Need a little service dog. But my brain did it itself and just said stop. And I just stood there for a minute, and I told Adam, he was right there at least that time. And I said, I can't do it. I can't walk. So I had to stand there for a little bit, seriously. And then finally, I said, go ahead and, you go ahead and shop. Do whatever you're going to do. I'm going to go outside. And so I took my time and I got out there. I think I got me one of those electronic shopping carts at that point. And since then, I've learned to do that. But I can go in and I can get off the shopping cart, of course, and walk down the aisle back and forth or something like that. But just solid, just to keep walking. Then I have to leave the shopping cart inside and go outside. Go back to my SUV, and that's fine. Just that distance. But to do the whole store, like I just said, nah. I don't want my brain to have to say stop. My brain was quite histrionic. Quite the drama queen. And I'm one of these really total opposite of it. Kind of, some people might say I'm kind of dull, because I'm kind of quiet. I am a quiet person. I don't do drama. I don't want people looking at me. I'm not like the histrionics. Look at me, look at me, look at me. No. I'm like, don't look at me. Just don't. I have my own thing going on. You have your own. Mind your own business. Really. But I have little chance of that happening. Yeah, gentle giant of a woman. People see me. Usually I'm towering over most people in stores and stuff like that. So, male or female, it doesn't matter. And I'm in Texas. I'm doing stream of consciousness. Oh my goodness. I really am. It really is just going. But now I'm going to cut it for a second. Okay, but anyway, the problem with doing videos like that, I call it stream of consciousness-ish. The problem with doing it like that is that, jumping from one topic to the next, just kind of segueing into all of them just blurs, the line. It's like the people who leave texts that have no period, no punctuation, no period. It's just a really long, I don't even know if you call those run-on sentences. I don't think you'd call it a sentence at all. There's no punctuation, no period. They just go on, and you're like, what did they study, man? Who gave them their diploma? Anyway, I'm about to do it again, you see. But, anyway, let me stop doing that. How about that? But the reason what kind of video I was going to make was just to mention that we went to the Walmart, and I got out and I feel better, and I got my electric shopping cart. This time I didn't do so much of wee. If I'm going to say that I'm going through a second childhood, which I do know is associated with dementia, and I do not have dementia, but yeah, my stream of conscience videos, you're going to say, are you sure about that? Because when you go from one sentence to the next, to the next, slide through topics, you kind of forget something. You forget to fill in, finish the sentence, finish the topic, before you slide into another one. Possibly, maybe, allegedly. But anyway, I didn't do the we so much today. If I've been driving 47 years. When I'm in, on these little carts, they go, 2 to 3 miles per hour. And this is the same as the way you walk. And same speed, pretty much. But anyway, I can turn easily. They turn easily. I did learn one thing. Make sure my legs, my knees are inside the cart. It's not like you have a wall, but because you don't, not here. But that's a smart thing to do. Anyway, but okay, so I wasn't going to talk about all this stuff. Just going to briefly mention it. But it was good. It really was good for me to get out. That's, I guess, what I'm saying. Forget all else that I've said. That's what I'm saying. It was good to get out. I feel so much better. But what I was going to say was, before we left, I started watching something I go back, on YouTube. I go back and forth on various topics, various genres. It's like when you watch TV. I don't know if the rest of you know, I was never much of a TV watcher in my whole life until more recent years when I could watch the whole freaking, like we all can. Go get some app and watch a whole series from beginning to end, without commercials. Wow. And you can just sit there and watch that, do the, what they call it, marathon, marathon watching or whatever. And I like that. So I've watched several over, I guess, the past 5 years. It kind of had to build up for me, to watch it, because I've never been interested in my life so much in TV. I watched them, just not all that interested until recently. And one of the things is the same kind of thing with YouTube. With YouTube, do you sit there and watch just one topic? You watch maybe one person's channel. I really have never watched every video. If it's like 2 or 3 or 4 years, over 2 years. I don't know, it just depends on how many videos they've done. I really don't know if I've ever watched every video a person's done altogether, but I don't know, I topic jump, and the same thing on TV. Like I might watch one series, all of it, on something that's a comedy, and then the next one I want to do is a drama or something, sci-fi even. I liked, I forgot the name of that show. I watched it a year, 2, 3 years ago. But yeah, just keep changing. And today I went back to one. I watch every blue moon if it shows up. It's recommended on YouTube, and it's one genre. It's one other genre, and it's when people, I don't even know what their genre, what they call themselves. It's when they manicure lawns, whatever they have to do to them. Cut down trees, trim shrubs, trees, bushes, mow the lawn. I've seen some of them that you'll take the ivy and such off the house and the roof, and I've seen some call their friends and say, hey, we got a roof out here that had ivy on it and it's got some leaks, and the people come out and they do it for free too. The people who do this manicure and stuff do it for free for the people who live there. Often it's somebody who's poor and elderly. That's what I've seen most of. They're doing it. They know they're getting, both sides know they're getting paid. They're going to get to put it on YouTube and probably make some money off of it. Both sides know that, but the resident, the owner of the house, has a benefit too. They're not like these, like I ran across yesterday, and I'm like, whew, if I weren't such a mild-mannered person, I'm living. But no, the people who there's some that are legit, of course, always is, but the people who are doing this whole bit of going to food banks, my voice just, you heard it, it goes to hurt. Food banks, and then does haul video, food bank hauls, and this is supposed to be stuff for people who need it, not for people who want to save their own money so they can buy their $2,000, $2,500 cell phones and use the money they would usually, be buying groceries for their family. But no, they're going to get food free from food banks. Those are supposed to be for people who need it. Anyway, and so these guys, watching these guys, this one was just recommended today. There's another one recommended I'm watching. Just watched before it came out. Was watching before it came out, and this is something good. They're doing good things for people, and both sides know they're going to benefit. But that's okay. That's okay. It's the people who are doing things so only they benefit and taken away from people who should be benefiting. Oh, I'm disgusted with that. Despicable people. But anyway, I really do like watching these people. I like watching people do these lawns. I never would have thought that I would. You know, sometimes they go on higher speed, so you don't just sit there watch them go up and down, you know. But all the stuff, sometimes they run across dramas. It's kind of cool, really. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. Do you watch those? There are also some I had never seen. Those I'd seen for years now. My original channel will be 11 years old in August. And I had channels. That's one that I started making videos on. I had channels before that. I just didn't make videos on. I think I've had channels on YouTube since it started, and then I just wouldn't make a channel or would forget that I had one, and I was never leaving comments. So hey, you know, before that. But anyway. Okay, but there's other ones I like. Of course, I like the cats and the kittens and all that, puppies and various animals people save, rescue, adopt, whatever. I like those, of course, the funny ones and all that. I like the rock store one. Usually I don't mention channels, but I like his rock store. it's hilarious. And there's some of them that I like to watch that are hilarious. Just I don't even remember their names. Like the guy who does, you know, I don't remember his name. He shows if you were a teenager, how would you do this? And then he goes through all the different ages, or people who have certain different jobs, or people who are, you know, their personality differences. You know, those are funny. And but there's ones as far as, you know, like doing, you know, something in a person's yard or on their house and everything. They also have those that have come out to get things unstuck. You know, like what are they called? Culverts? Colberts or culverts? Culverts. Hey, it's been eons since I've ever had to say the word. But you know, we don't have this here. But people who have their drainage is, you know, at the end of their driveway, usually, like they have ditches, or hey, I grew up where there were ditches they were ditches. Let me tell you, poo-wee, that kind of ditches. But then, you know, they have the ditches where it's just water drainage, you know, and well, they have these days. They have people who are unstopping them, like too much leaves and dirt and whatever else got stuck in them, and the people come out and I guess that's kind of like an ASMR kind of thing, maybe. What would it be called? Would it be ASMR? Because they show, you know, the sound, they let you hear the sounds, the whole process, kind of. And then when it opens and all the stuff comes out and it clears out and everything, like, you know, when it rains and somebody cleans the drain so the water will drain off the streets, you know, so the streets don't flood. Yeah, they have those. I've seen the ones that they come and get raccoons, and quite often it's raccoons out of somebody's attic. We had raccoons in ours. We not understand. And what else? Oh, like not like it is. What is that thing called? Your dryer, the way it goes out of the house, they unstick that from too much whatever is in it. All kinds of things, different things they do on houses, and they're all kind of like they're getting a job done, you know. And it's kind of, for me, it's kind of like, oh, that's nice. It's something to watch every once in a while, every blue moon. You know, hey, that's interesting. They got the job done. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway, I guess this is just going to be the video. Oh, I'm telling you, it was good for me to get out and go somewhere today. Honestly. Don't let me do that to myself again. Even if I have to learn how to get an Uber. I did download the app. It's not the same one I use. You know, I do, Uber deliveries. I've done, I think, almost all of them. Or I have the app for the ones here in this part of Texas. Maybe half. Why would I lie? But no, some of them, like I have one of them, and it doesn't explain how do I get the stuff. Honestly, I mean, I do all these other ones, for the health insurance, been there, done that, all that, explained it, how it works, why it does. I don't know what it's going to be like where you live, the affordable care. Got to prove that I'm working. It's not about the money. Not for me. For some people it would be. I wanted to pay for it outright by myself. They said you can't do that. You got to be working. Okay, so that was the one I could do because of my edema and my health condition all around, which I didn't know at the time because I couldn't find a doctor to diagnose it for 2 years. Over 2 years. Well, it was 2 years. It was just under 2 years. 1 month, I think. When one finally diagnosed it. Heart failure. Yeah, just imagine that. Don't imagine that. It's scary, isn't it? 2 years. But they still haven't said that. Come on. Anyway, they did it on the 2 years. They did it in March, what it was. But not before, they didn't say. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. Yeah, there's so much stuff. I'm sitting here, I'm looking, I'm saying, there are other stuff I could talk about, but I think I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, I know I didn't finish, but it's okay. There's a lot of things I left open because I went stream of consciousness. Or go with my own flow. I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.